Yeah, well spoken, Murph, and an outstanding captain over a really tough period. But part of strong leadership is to build succession, and part of the discussion with Murph was around the realisation that our succession plan was now complete and the time was right to hand over. And that's leadership right there. And Murph, I've been very proud to coach you and work with you as a captain over the past 3 years. I want to thank him for all that he's done, and I look forward to seeing him go around next year working hard in driving standards and assisting our new leaders. So, Mark Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, clubs have a whole range of different processes by which they go about appointing a new captain. But in this instance, it's very clear view of our current leadership group, the coaching group, and the club's board and executive that the decision is so obvious that we see no reason to delay it being announced. It therefore now gives me great pleasure to unveil the new captains of the Carlton Football Club. For the first time in the club's proud 154-year history, we have appointed joint captains. Please welcome to the stage your new Carlton captains, Patrick Cripps and Sam Docherty.
To meet me on the east side, in the city with the sun on set. And every day you know that we ride through the back streets of a blue Corvette. Baby, you know I just wanna live tonight. We can go anywhere we want, drive down to the coast.
Phase 2 right there. It's evident to all that both Cripper and Doc clearly complement each other. Two natural leaders who compete for the dark navy blues. They're standout players on field who have enormous empathy for others and demand the most of themselves and their teammates. In this day and age, there's never been more of a demand on the captain of an AFL football club, and structuring our captaincy in this way is the best model to take our side forward. It's an exciting time, Carlton. So with all these champions they like to send us, and in part of this journey, we'll keep our end up. It's an exciting time at the Carlton Football Club. Let's get ready to take on the challenges ahead, because you never know how quickly things can turn. And when they do, they will know that they've been playing against the old, dark blues. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure, Sam and Patrick.
Thank you. Yeah, look, it's obviously a massive honour. I thought about it over the week, and I still remember the first day I got drafted, and how excited I was to get to play my dream of to play AFL, and probably wasn't until I got over here until I realised how big Carlton was, and to actually play for Carlton is such a big honour. And now to captain the side alongside Doc, it probably won't sink in for a week or two, but it really is a massive honour, and it's something that I'm really driven to help shape this list and drive this list into very, very successful times going into the future. I'm not going to thank anyone tonight. I'm going to get around to those in the next few days, but look, to the people that have helped me along the way, thanks so much. It really helped me shape me as a player and as a person today, and you've helped get me to this position right now. To Murph, I rocked up at this club at end of 2013, and 5 out of the 6 years that Murph's been skipper, I've played under him, and the way he's kept fronting up in a really tough time for the Carlton Footy Club says a lot about his character. Not once did he drop his head and not lead the way in front of the group, and I think what showed his true character this year was when he resigned in the middle of the year, and I think no one in the whole AFL community would have sort of excused him for looking for other opportunities to have success. But mate, the message that sent to me, to the boys, to the club, to the supporters, and I suppose to the AFL in general is what type of bloke you are, mate. And I know personally the bond we've formed over the last couple of years, the advice you've given me, and just as a mate, how much I know I can go to you at any time. I can trust you with my life. I'd just like to say thanks so much for what you've done for the club, what you've done for me, and I really look forward to playing the next couple of years. To Doc, to captain alongside you, mate, is a great honour, and I think what sums up Doc is how he handled himself this year, being injured. He could have dropped his head and just thought about himself, but he took on a coaching role. He developed his leadership. He helped others. I know going into next year he's going to be a better player, a better leader, and I know a lot of people know that we might not be the same person, which I reckon is going to be really good for us going forward. But one thing that's going to hold us and I suppose have a really good platform for our leadership together is we both have that burning desire to be the best, and we've got that same common goal, and that's to win the next premiership. So I'm really excited to work alongside you, mate. Just like finally to the boys, it's when you move away from your home at 18, you rely on the club and the boys as part of your family. And I've known some of you for 1 year, I've known some of you for 5, but I know something's really special is forming at this club, and the win-loss record might not show that, but internally we know how close we're becoming, and I believe that's a really good foundation for successful teams going forward. And just keep an eye day one on pre-season, boys. Enjoy the break, but have that real strong determination coming back day one that we're going places. And as a leader, I'm going to try to get the best out of you guys as a person and as a player, but I think the main thing is we have a lot of fun along the way. So thanks a lot, but I'd like to hand over to Doc now to say a few words.
Yep. As well as what Cripps said then, it's a huge honour to put my name and Cripps' name on the honour board with some of the past legends of this football club. It's probably unrivalled to any other club, and the rich history that's involved. It's an absolutely humbling experience to not only stand up here and speak to you all today, but to be able to run out next year as a joint captain of the club is unbelievable. I'm the same. Everyone that's helped me along the way, I will thank you in my own time. That's probably not what this speech is for today. It's got a few other reasons, but I will spend time thanking one person as well, and that's Murph. Murph was one of the main reasons I came to Carlton in the first place. His leadership that I wanted to learn and grow off, and just his overall persona. I remember meeting up with him at cafe just before I got traded, and nearly was the end of the decision as soon as I sat down for that meeting. So I just want to thank you, mate, mainly for your mentorship that you've given both myself and Cripper, your relationship building and your care for your teammates and for your football club is second to none, and your loyalty to sign on, as what Cripper said, no one would have blamed him if he went and had a look elsewhere, but your loyalty to stay at the club and openly admit that you think that the success is going to happen here is to be commended. To Cripper, same thing, mate. I'm absolutely rapt to be able to do this with you. It's very humbling to not only do this, but to do it with one of my close mates at the club is going to be an unreal experience. It's as you said, we are quite different in our personalities and our leadership approaches, but it's going to work perfectly. And as you said before, the reason why this is going to work so well is we both got the same goal. We want to take this club to a new level. We want to take it to that next flag, and we're going to do everything in our power to do it together. To the sponsors, our members, all the blue baggers out there, as I said, I feel very privileged to be standing here talking to you all. Very humbled to join the past greats of our club. But the most exciting thing for me is we get to take control of the future, and the foundations have been laid by a great leader in Murph and a great coach in Bolts, that the talents here, the mindset of the players to work hard, to get to where we want to go, which is that next flag, is all here. And the most exciting bit about it, it's now in our hands. It's all there, and I'm completely confident that we're going to get there as a group. Thanks very much.